Hi, and welcome to Nightbird Tarot. My name is Brooke, and this is your December Gemini. Okay, for the month of December, what I'm getting already is you have some different situations going on. But first, for your attributes or your atmospheric elements for the month of December for Geminis, there's going to be some victory this month. There's going to be progress. There's going to be achievement. There's going to be success. There's going to be right into town and feeling great about yourself and feeling great about where you are. And you have this card that's very relevant to passionate, creative endeavors and something along the lines of kind of strutting your stuff. I'm getting the image of a peacock, like strutting your feathers like a peacock a little bit this month, Geminis, and strutting your stuff and being like, boop, I did it. Look at me, after you've possibly have gone through some stressful times lately. You're coming out of that, Geminis, and you're going to be really showing and strutting your stuff this month, which is very positive. And also, things are going to start coming full circle for you. Things are going to finally go through their completion phase. Once again, you have another card of achievement. So something that's not only going to be an inner success, but it's also going to be affecting other people. And this could be on a global level. This could also be competitions. This could be achievement, awards. This could be celebrations, a big event maybe also happening for many Geminis this month. But this is a card symbolic of full circle, a real completion of events or of a real completion of a cycle in your life where things are going to come off the roller coaster of emotions, so to speak, and they're going to start to level out because Geminis, it seems like you're really going to start to pay attention to your intuition. You're really going to pay attention to your inner voice this month. You're going to, instead of listening to other people's opinions, perhaps, you're going to really trust your own first thought instead of somebody else's, and you're going to really pay attention to your gut hunches as well. For Gemini, that's very relative. But there's also things happening perhaps with relationships or children. This could also be different situations, but you have two pages right next to each other. So here you have the Page of Cups, and then you have the Page of Wands. Now, for my studies, pages can represent two things. They can represent children. They can also represent situations. So for Geminis out there that have more than one child, this could represent your children this month. Perhaps they are having successes or achievements or victories of their own, and you may be teaching them to follow their intuition or teaching them to follow their inner guidance, or you are proud of the fact that they have followed their heart in a situation and the outcome has proved positive. This also can be relative to situations. This is a communicator page. The Page of Wands, he's the messenger card. He heralds news. He brings you news about something through delivery, through a letter, email, phone calls, messages. You're going to possibly receive good news about something this month, Gemini. It could be a package in the mail. It could be something that's a document, something that's very significant to you that you may be receiving. And it could be something involving something very passionate or very creative. Okay, so this is the letter. This is the messenger card, and it's all about communication, letters, phone calls, messages. And then you have this other page. This page is very relevant to relationships. He's marked by the cup, which is significant to emotions, and love. The page is a relationship card. There could be developments in relationships for Geminis this month, perhaps not only romantically, but perhaps platonically as well, or family. People are getting along, people are reconnecting, ties are being sealed back, or perhaps there was a falling out. Relationships are really palpable this month, especially around the holidays. Everybody's getting together, but you're finding the fact that people are really in a bubble together. Like, you know, when you're in love, you're in a bubble with somebody, but when you're in your family and your family's full of love and you're all gathered around the table together celebrating something or even having dinner together, you're in this bubble of love that if an outsider came into it, he would see that, or she would see that bubble of positivity and love. And that's what this card reminds me of. And this is very positive for Gemini. And perhaps you're going to be getting invitations about events this month, which is pretty literate. But symbolically, these two cards together, something may be received in terms of a relationship. You may be getting news about a relationship. This could also represent perhaps someone having a child this month, or news of a birth this month. But these two pages are very interesting because they are side by side, Gemini. So this could be your actual children, and these could be actual situations or events for Gemini. Now I'm going to clarify your spread to see what else the tarot has to offer. And it seems like you're going to start to feel generous again, Geminis. You're going to start to feel like you're going to have the resources to help other people, or other people are going to have the resources to be generous as well for you. It seems like many Geminis have kind of overcome obstacles lately. Perhaps this could have been with an actual person. I'm getting another court card, or I'm getting a court card. And it's a person of one that's kind of not very happy. It's a woman. She's been very unhappy, whether she's tired or depressed or lonely or isolated. But something to do perhaps with a woman for some Geminis out there. But you've been through something with somebody lately. So now you're kind of putting things back together in relationships. Communication is open again. Communication is solid again. And relationships are really, like I said, forming that bubble again that's unbreakable, which, if you know what I'm talking about, you have felt that in your life. And it's called love. So whether it's love in family, whether it's love in friends, whether it's love with you and your loved one, something is really going to once again fill up that space, and things are going to become rounded again and positive and unbreakable in relationships, and a lot of communication going on, but a lot of victories as well, where you're going to have the confidence again to strut your stuff, Geminis, this month, because you're having successes and achievements of some kind. But like I stated for Geminis, this could also represent your children. So if you have children out there, Geminis, these two pages can be applicable to children. So your reading was pretty interesting this month, Gemini, so keep me posted. All private readings are 20% off this month for the holidays. You can check out nightbirdtarot.wordpress.com. My blog. You can also email me at nightbirdtarot@gmail.com. Have a wonderful holiday, Geminis. I've been thinking about doing your yearly tarot forecast. If you'd like to see that, let me know. It's for 12 months. And I'm thinking about doing that. It's going to take a lot of work and preparation, but if you're wanting a tarot forecast for Gemini for the whole year on YouTube, let me know. So I'm thinking about doing them. Have a wonderful holiday, Geminis. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments, and your support this last 6 months. I love doing what I do for you and sharing my gift, and I appreciate all your kind words. Have a great holiday. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.